Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Theoni with Thrifty Divas, and I'm very excited today because right now is the time where I'm finally setting onward to finish up the water wall that, if you watch my channel, you have heard me mention several times before leading up to this moment. So I finally have what I think is pretty much a perfect day for it. Not raining, no chance of rain, and not like blazing hot. So I am going to attempt to assemble it. My husband and my son just went on a little nature adventure, and we are going to meet up at my mom's later to go swimming and make pizzas, because if you don't know, my parents have a huge wood-burning pizza oven out in the yard that they ordered. Anyway, they're crazy and I love them. So I might look a little overdressed. I'm not trying to. Truth of the matter is I haven't brought down my summer clothes yet, so this is all I have. So I'm in lace and fancy to build a water wall. So let me just kind of go through everything in case you missed it. So some of the things that I purchased from Dollar Tree in preparation for building this wall. One, I picked up this Betty Crocker strainer, thinking I might be able to do something with this. We will see if it works out or not. The hardest part of building a water wall is conceptualizing it. I could stop and sketch it out and do blueprints. That would probably be better, but I'm not going to. So it's just going to be trial and error. Then I bought three packs of funnels. So you get a small, medium, and large in each pack. So we got 9 altogether. Don't know if I'll use them all. We'll see. Then I also picked up 3 of these spinny things, if you recall that, as well. So this is all from Dollar Tree. And I also picked up 3, so that's 12. 9, 10, 11, 12 funnels. So I picked up 3 of these longer, fun funnels from the, what do they call it? Driver's Choice, right? From the car care section at Dollar Tree. Now, let me show you a couple of other things I picked up. I also have a pool noodle it's still in my car. So I'll see if I'll be using that, but I feel like I might not. I don't know. I also have a whole recycling bin right here full of all soda bottles and things of that nature if I choose to use those as well. But with 12 funnels, I don't know if I'll need to. Then I was looking at clear tubing at Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that online. The clear tubing was like 20 feet for $10, maybe something like that, right? So that's what I was going to use for the water travel. But then I was on Amazon and I found these. These are sensory toys, okay? Special supplies. Sensory toys, and these are fun tubes. And it says hours of sensory and fine motor fun. So really cool things, tactile and auditory sensory play, all this stuff, right? This is a 16 pack of these fun tubes, and it was about $14 after tax and everything. Each tube extends to 27 inches, over 2 feet. So over 32 feet, that much I can tell you, for $14. So I'm like, this is way better. And they're in fun colors and they look fun. So let me just show you. This is what I'm going to be using as the tubing for the water wall. Can't beat it. I gave my son 1 when they arrived, because he wanted to see what they were. So I gave him 1. He has brought this thing everywhere with him, in the bathtub, in the pool. At one point we were napping and he wanted to cuddle with it. 1 little orange tube and he loves it. Oh my God. He makes animal noises through it. He builds animals with it. He's like, look, a giraffe, look, a dragon, look, a dinosaur, like crazy. I hope he doesn't rip them off the water walls. My only concern right now. They attach. You can make circles with them. They attach to each other. But this is so this is completely retracted. And this is fully extended. And they're bendable. And you can do all types of stuff with it. So this is going to be our tubing for our water wall. Okay? And the foundation of our water wall is, of course, a pegboard. Let me just close this so it's not obnoxious. Now, I was fortunate because my husband has a pickup truck, so he was able to pick up the pegboard for me. Now, I looked into ordering it, but they charge like freight price. Like if you were to order 600 pallets of stone, they would charge you $85. If you were to order one piece of pegboard, they would charge you $85. So luckily he was able to go pick it up for me because I literally had no other option. So pegboard, here's another little issue, right? Pegboard comes in 4x8 or 2x4. 2x4 was too small. 4x8 is too tall. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it lengthwise. Okay. Comes in different thicknesses. I got a pretty thin one, but I do recommend 3/4 inch pegboard if you can find it. If you don't want pegboard, get a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, drill your own holes. We're going to be attaching everything today with these zip ties that I also picked up from Dollar Tree from the tool bench section. If you notice, also everything that I picked up has a zip tie option to be able to secure it. Everything. So that part was thought out. And then even looking at the structure of these, I said, great, there's a space here. It can be zip tied like this without interfering with the works. So let me tell you a quick pegboard story. So my husband went to pick up the pegboard for me, a 4 foot by 8 foot piece. He found one and it was the thinner one, so it's a little flimsy. You can always put wooden supports in the back, just screw them in so it's a little more substantial. I'm sorry for this long intro, but there's like a lot to think about. So he ended up finding a piece that one of the employees at Home Depot helped him with, and it was damaged at the last like 4 inches of it. And the employee offered to cut off the last 4 inches for him and charge him half price. So it's normally $20 for a 4x8 and $10 for the 2x4, but he got the 4x8 with 4 inches cut off for $10. So awesome. Winning all around. And I'm going to be prepping, well, I already did, but now I'm building it. Prepping the wall because it's going to be wet. And especially with pegboard, that's like press board, you don't want it to get damaged too quickly. So I prepped it with water protection. So that's it, guys. Let's get started. Let's start building. Sorry for the extremely long intro, but the rest of it should be pretty quick. So let's get on with it. Hope you enjoy. I'm so excited. All right, so here is our pegboard ready to go. And I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum Never Wet from Dollar Tree. Now, this is a 2-step process, so I'm just spraying on the first part, then you have to wait 30 minutes and do the second step, which I will spare you from watching. All right, so here's our pegboard waiting for us. I've gone ahead and removed all the stickers and the tags and stuff off of all of our pieces, and I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and attach all of the funnels and things like that first, and that way I can just integrate the tubing as it goes. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now, just kind of place all the funnels and pory things onto the board with zip ties and then build it from there. Let me just show you how we're attaching it here. So you're going to slip the zip tie in through here, but then you have to go around to another hole to be able to tighten it, because the locking part of the zip tie, this part, it doesn't fit through the hole, but that is totally fine. And then we'll go ahead and snip these if we want afterwards. And then let me show you some of the bigger things that I'll be using too that I decided. So I decided that I'm going to use a 2-liter bottle, and then I'm also going to use a Sunny D bottle just for different shapes and fun. So I'm going to take the labels off of these, rinse them out, and you may be wondering how we're going to zip tie those, but in case you don't know, let me just show you. Ties are more than capable of being combined together, so you just combine as many as you need to be able to kind of come around the bottle and attach it. Now this might be a problem since these can't go in, so I might have to maybe just make like one hole bigger so that I can get the locking end through the hole and do it on the back side for the bigger bottles. But these are the things that we have to work out, and these are the most time consuming. So let's just go ahead and keep on going. All right, we have our large bottles with the labels off, all rinsed off. So the next thing that we have to do is remove the bottoms. So I'm going to start off with an X-Acto and just try to make my beginnings. Oh, this is working out great. I had scissors out here too, but now I don't need to bother. So we're just gonna cut off the bottom. As straight as you can. Okay, so that is one. There we go. All right, so this is two. Now, don't forget to file down the rough edges for little hands. After you file down the edges to make them nice and safe for our little hands, that is when you're going to kind of approximate how many zip ties you will need to attach together to be able to secure these larger bottles on the wall. And once we've sized that out, we're just gonna go ahead and attach them and continue on. Okay, so what's happening now is I can't reach anything on the bottom because I can't put my arms all the way back. I can do low things, but only in the corners because I come around from the side. So I think what is going to have to happen is I turn it upside down. So I think I'm gonna have to turn the whole board upside down so that I'm able to get to the lower things. But I do want to start looking at some of the tubing first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now so I can kind of see where we're at. All right, so I flipped it upside down, and I also had to move the entire board to another location because my husband tried to help me and put it in the worst possible spot ever, and it was in the blazing sun, and I'm like physically getting ill from being in the sun. So now I'm in the shade and I flipped it upside down, and now we have to do physics upside down. Let's see what happens. All right, I have done enough work upside down. My brain is hurting me and I'm over it. So we're gonna flip this the correct way again, and we're going to secure everything and then finish anything that still goes kind of on the top. And then that'll be it. It is what it is. So let's finish up. All right, guys, so this is it pretty much for now. Things can always be moved around or added in some of the empty spaces. This gives 6 points of entry for water, and then they all do different stuff. This one kind of comes out to nowhere, but that's fine. I think he's going to absolutely love it. And, you know, if he was a bigger child, he probably wouldn't be interested in it, but you could always do it vertically, and then you could do some really intricate work. But because we had to keep it horizontal, you know, there was only kind of so much that you could do. So that's why we have 6 separate points of entry. But I think he's going to absolutely love this. And it turned out pretty well for my first thing with absolutely no idea what I was doing. All got designed and kind of built in my head. So there it is. Now it actually came to fruition. So I hope you all enjoyed. And I hope maybe you'll give this a try for some of the little ones in your life, because I think they would really, really enjoy it. You can also do marbles type stuff or something on a smaller scale inside the house as well. Remember, I talked about pegboard coming in 2x4 also. So that might be something you can do. So just to give you an idea, some fun activities. And yeah, that's it. So thank you for hanging out with me today. And until the next video, stay blessed, my friends. I love each and every one of you.